a lot of people who were shorting Bitcoin and buying, the ETF or shorting the ETFs and buying Bitcoin, or shorting BITO and buying, FBTC. And I mean, the amount of arbitrage that goes on. And part of it is because of the unique ways they trade, right? ETFs trade literally the last minute of the day. Right? They don't actually trade all day. They actually do their buying and selling the last minute of the day. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. The other thing that people aren't paying attention to is, again,
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Yusko discuss about Bitcoin ETF. According to Yusko, the business of scalping is enormous, ETFs. And this isn't something that started yesterday. Rather, it happens every day. Companies such as they have Complete Quant Groups, Millennium, and Accor, among others, many of the major hedge funds like Renaissance, spend their entire day doing this. So many individuals were shorting Bitcoin and purchasing the ETF, or you may be familiar with shorting ETFs, purchasing Bitcoin, or shorting BITO, purchasing FBTC. And by that, the volume of arbitrage that occurs and a portion of it can be attributed to the distinctive methods in which ETFs trade at practically the very last minute of the day. They truly do their buying and selling throughout the day rather than trading, and lots of things Yusko discuss, so please watch the video to end. And share this video, and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
Yeah, this is the wrong number to talk about, though. So much of this is people like Ken Griffin getting richer. And, there's a massive business of scalping ETFs. And this didn't just start yesterday. This goes on every single day. There are firms like AQR and others. They have entire quant groups, and Millennium and a bunch of the big hedge funds, Renaissance. They do this all day. So there were a lot of people who were shorting Bitcoin and buying, the ETF, or shorting the ETFs and buying Bitcoin, or shorting BITO and buying, FBTC. And I mean, the amount of arbitrage that goes on, and part of it is because of the unique ways they trade, right? ETFs trade literally the last minute of the day, right? They don't actually trade all day. They actually do their buying and selling the last minute of the day. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. The other thing that people aren't paying attention to is, again, those flows have nothing to do with the money that came in, which is something you're going to talk about. And look, I did it. I actually did Scott Melker's show yesterday live during the open with Hunter. I mean, Hunter's such a great guy, and we've been partners with them really since inception. And for him to be on the show with us live at 9:30 when things started, and you hear this big thing in the background, all those guys were cheering, because it's 6:30 out in California. And Scott was like, "For the love of Satoshi, will you please go be with your people and celebrate?" And it was cool. But Hunter's amazing. So I'm super psyched. But look, they had a very simple strategy. We're going to be the lowest fee ETF. And so they had to revise their fees down. What's crazy, here's some inside baseball. The original discussions about where people were going, and not like collusion and collab, but what people were hearing was that BlackRock thought they were going to start around 80. And BlackRock's first salvo into the war was 30. So somebody thought better of it, and they got all the way down to 30. And then there were multiple revisions over the last couple days, and BlackRock got, I think, down to 25, I think.
I think
it's 25
20 basis points, actually. Maybe. Here, I'll look it up.
Is it 20?
I'll look it up here.
Well, Bitwise is 20. And I think that's number one. And then someone else is 20. 21 or 22. And then I thought BlackRock was 25. But anyway, they won the race to have the lowest fee, because at the end of the day, what financial advisors want is the lowest fee ETF.
According to Mark Yusko, many people have excellent ideas, so really executing that vision significant, possibly even more crucial than having eyesight. But because a strong vision, such as the euphemism for incorrect right, you're likely to be early if you have exceptionally excellent vision going to feel strange at first, and you'll receive a blow to the mouth, just like they received several blows to the lips, and they stood back up, still fixed on the vision, as well as did the right thing by raising funds from VCS, just as others and ourselves, and they spent cash to bring in outstanding individuals with extensive backgrounds, such as Matt ran ETF.com. He truly is more knowledgeable about the ETF world than most people, and yesterday their trader hunter mentioned that their trader was taken from BlackRock years ago, and it was all right when she was transacting with $500 billion, $250 billion in future funding handled their 250 million chickens. And as you can see, they currently have well over $1 billion and raised $200 million in a single day yesterday. They raised more yesterday from fresh inflows than they did during her visit. Let's back to Mark Yusko interview.
It's a great point. And look, having a vision, okay, that's good. A lot of people have good ideas. Executing on that vision, really important. Probably more important than having the vision. But then, because a good vision, like a really good vision, necessarily is going to be early. The euphemism for wrong, right? If you're going to feel wrong at first, and you're going to get punched in the mouth. And they got punched in the mouth multiple times, and they got back up. And they just kept focused on the vision. And they also did the right thing. They raised money from VCs like us and others, and they spent money to get the great people in with great experience. Like Matt ran ETF.com. I mean, he knows the ETF world better than most people. And, their trader, Hunter was saying this yesterday, their trader, they took from BlackRock years ago, okay, when she was trading $250 billion, $250 billion to come manage their paltry 250 million. And, now they're well over $1 billion and raised 200 million yesterday in a day. They raised more yesterday, new inflows, than they had when she came over. Mm. So that's cool. That's a great story. And here's the thing. Vanguard making bad decisions, alienating a whole generation. These guys have always said they want to be the next Vanguard. And that's what's going to happen. But then again, there's a reason it played out like this. I mean, there's an absolute reason it played out like this. Work. Who did the work? So BlackRock, okay, they announced in June they were coming in. And Larry went on TV a couple times. But they didn't go out and educate financial advisors. They didn't go out and sit with individual financial advisors in Topeka, Kansas, or Seattle, Washington, and tell them this is what you do, this is how you do it. Hunter said this yesterday. He said they did 20,000 meetings last year. 20,000 meetings with financial advisors to get them. And again, they have BITW and others, but 20,000 meetings educating. And so it's not because look, that number for IBIT is going to go to the moon. It's going to be the biggest one. It's going to be monstrous because the sovereign wealths and all the other people that are part of the network are going to support, King Larry et al. So yeah, it's not going to surprise me that IBIT becomes the biggest, like iShares are the biggest in everything. Fine. Fidelity isn't surprising in the sense that Fidelity, because of Abby and their great team, they have an amazing digital team led by Tom. I mean, they're awesome. They also educated their clientele, and those clients, both Bitwise's and Fidelity's clients, were ready on day one. Everybody else is hoping that the people who had their heads in the sand, the UBSs and the Merrill Lynches and the Raymond James and all these other people said, no crypto, finally say, yep. And we got a little taste last night, sadly, where Vanguard and Bank of America, Merrill Lynch said, nope, we're solid with Ms. Warren, and we're not going to allow this speculative asset. That will change. I'll give it 1 week. 1 week, Vanguard changes their tune. When they start seeing the amount of people who set sail, that was my little hashtag last night. Just set sail, just leave. So that Bitwise number is going to grow because they did the work, they planted the seeds. And Fidelity, how many people are going to transfer from Vanguard to Fidelity today? 1,000? 5,000? 10,000? It's going to be a big number. Big.
All right,
that's going to be a big number.
According to Mark Yusko, as of the 11th, which also happens to be the first Bitcoin trading day, transaction day. So we ran half-in day on one day. As you may recall, it feels like this week has been going on because we had so much to celebrate on Bitcoin Day, the day of the first transaction. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.